Hello, everyone. Hi. I'm Mike Wanda. My mother, Karen Wanda. Brenda was my aunt. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. I think you always think you're going to have time, and you always seem to slip away, you know? Things move so fast. And I think about Brenda. She's a fiery soul to me. She had a lot of spunk. She had a wild side. We know that. But ultimately, very responsible. I think of Brenda, I think of leadership. She's the kind of person that if she saw others having a hard time, struggling, she took them under her wing and she protected them. Something that's hard to do because life's hard enough, right? But she took on the challenge and she wanted to be a protector. And that's sharing, that's caring. And I think it's a lot, it's an example of what we could all do a little more for each other, for other people, for strangers. And you try to figure out, you say, why does God take people, why did they take her? And if you think about angels, not anybody can just be an angel, right? Because angels are protectors. And I think God has to make sure that they're battle tested, right? He has to make sure that when he puts them to work to oversee this big job that he wants them to do, he can't just pick anybody. He has to make sure that somebody's going to be able to handle that job. And Brenda was one of them people. He knew that. So she's not done working. She has a job to do. She's up there. She's watching over all of us just like she always did. She's still caring like she always did. And as I sit in that chair today and I look around and you think about, you need a moment to reset, right? Because life's hard all the time. It's just such a challenge, a lot of adversity and a lot of my favorite quotes I always like to recite. I heard one the other day. Les Brown's one of my favorite speakers, and he said, adversity introduces man to himself. And when you have those hard times and you think, life's hard all the time and you always have to get everything right, and you always want to think about dreams and having paradise. And paradise is a place like this, right? You come here and sometimes you just gotta do this and look around at the blue sky, at the birds, people playing beautiful music, right? They're taking the time, and if you do that, I think you can reset. You can reset and think about what's important. Tell the people that are close to you you love them, before they're gone. And I think we could all do a lot more of that. Growing up with great aunts and uncles like I have, I've never seen people talk to each other on the phone as much as they do. I mean, they're always calling each other. They're always staying in touch. They're always talking. They might be drama and they might be gabbing about, this person, that person, but, all right? But they just love each other so much, and so I feel the pain with them, She was a good person, and, some people aren't, but she was. And I just hope everybody can take a moment that if you have something that you feel is got you chained down, whether it be a job that you hate, whatever situation may be, to find a way to break those chains and do more of what you love, because time's that short that, before you know it could be gone and you never took the time to do those things that you wanted to do. You don't follow your dreams. You don't get to enjoy that paradise as much, and that could be sitting by a creek just watching the water flow, listening to the breeze through the trees. That's paradise. It's all around us, but I think we forget about it because we're caught up in all the stuff that just really brings us down. So take today as a beautiful example of all the people that are around and all the love that's here because of Brenda, and take advantage of that while you have it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Claudia, Jeff's sister. I wrote this a couple days ago. I'll share it with you now. Seeing this chair and this picture and her hat, and it just seems like yesterday Brenda was laying on this beach soaking up the sun and the kids were playing in the water. And she's still here. I didn't live close to Brenda until this past year. I would only see her occasionally on holidays or family gatherings. I didn't know her as well as those of you who saw her every day. I do know that she experienced more than her share of pain and suffering. She survived and thrived through adversity. She was strong. She was a fighter. She fought pain and she fought for the things she believed in. She fought for her children and her grandchildren. And most of all, she loved deeply and fiercely. When I first lost a loved one, I was so mad at God. I asked, how could he take such a dear person away from me? And over time, as more friends and loved ones transitioned from this earth plane, I came to realize that the reality is we're all going to die. That's a fact. So instead of feeling anger for the loss, I felt deep gratitude for being part of such a beautiful person's life. Over these past 6 months, I've had a lot of time with Brenda. She fought cancer hard till she couldn't anymore. She told me she wasn't afraid to die. She said, I'm not afraid to die. I know where I'm going. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about Jeff and the girls. And I said, I'll look out for them. My dear mother told me the same thing just a few days before she passed. She said, I used to be afraid, but I'm not afraid anymore. Maybe that's what happens when we're close to the end. I was grateful that these beautiful people were in my life, and they live on always in my heart. I'm grateful, as hard as it was for me, that I was able to be with my brother, Jeff, and Brenda as she took her last breath. Right after she passed and Jeff left the room, I was there alone in the room with her and I sang Amazing Grace because she had told me that was one of her favorite songs. I know she's fine now. She's no longer in pain and she is one with our God. She is the gentle breeze stirring the leaves. She is every tree, flower, rock. She is every drop of water in the sea. She is every grain of sand on the beach that she loves so much. She's every sweet melody, every tear. When she was here on this earth in her physical form, she lived and she loved. We know for a fact that we will all transition from our physical form. My prayer for all of us now is that while we're here, we will live each precious moment to the fullest. That we will love all things unconditionally. That we will let go of all the petty things, the discontent, the disagreements we may be holding on to. And now this is in all caps. Make every single precious moment count. Cherish every single moment. Live now and love. And I open my heart to all of you with love and light. May goodness and mercy follow you all the days of your lives. And to Brenda, cheers.
like that sand. You duck feed or something. My name's Frank Jones. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good, that's good. I'm a former co-worker of Jeff's, Cornell University. I met Brenda 3 times in my life. I had the pleasure of meeting Brenda 3 times in my life. First time I met her, Jeff introduces me. He says, "This is my beautiful wife, Brenda." Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. She's a really nice person. She knows everybody, kind of get you a trick going along a little bit. 'Cause it's hard when you don't know people, like right here. I can't walk up and really talk to people. I have a hard time. Some people just natural communicating. I mean, it's a little tougher. Second time I met Brenda, Jeff comes up. "Oh, you remember my beautiful wife, Brenda?" "Yes, I do. How you doing?" She's really nice. She gets you into people and stuff. Introduce you to people and everything. The third time I met Brenda, Jeff says, "You remember my beautiful wife, Brenda?" I mean, every time. It was amazing. They just clicked so good. So good. Yeah, it was so nice to be able to see a couple. I didn't go really around too much. But you can feel it. You can feel it. I was really happy to be part of their life. That little bitty part was nice though. Oh, I think Brenda wanted me to tell you there is a bathroom available on the left side of Lou's Beach Patrol building. There is a restroom bathroom available, men and women.